and no doubt is one of the best coaches ever.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jafmasterflash, and this is something a little different. As we know, Sir Alex Ferguson, he suffered a brain hemorrhage a week ago, and he is well on the road to recovery. For those of you that don't know, I am an avid Manchester United fan. I was lucky enough to watch this man and his genius week in, week out growing up as a lad, and wow, without his genius, his vision, and what he did season after season with team after team, with the class of '92 and everything, we wouldn't have a team, or we wouldn't have a club, that we have today. And I am with millions of other fans that hope and pray that he makes a full recovery from this. And for that, I salute the legend that is Sir Alex Ferguson. I'm gonna disappear now, guys, and hope you enjoy this tribute to him. And if you like it, please subscribe, and as always, peace.
His relentless need for success, and have that desire to do better and to make sure that we don't stand still.
You just trusted him. That was a big thing, because he'd won so much. You just think, I'm going to go with it.
He understood that in order to have a successful football team and get what he wanted on the pitch, the business of Manchester United had to be very successful. His leadership skills meant that he could understand what we were trying to do as a club.
I never thought that way. My philosophy was to build a football club.
The Liverpool episode at Wembley where they were wearing the white suits, he would use stuff like that. Like, have you seen these lot? Have you seen what they're wearing? They think they've won it already. Stuff like that would get into your heads that, what do you mean they think they've won it already?
We played Benfica away, got beat. We didn't play well, and he was shouting at me, and I thought I was one of our best players on the day. And I was thinking, oh, what are you shouting at? So I started going back at him, shouting back. And the problem is, which I failed to learn quickly, is that the more you shout at him, the louder he gets, and the more aggressive he gets, and the closer he gets to you.
He had that skill of, have you got to put your arm around someone, or have you got to lose your temper to get the best out of them? I remember him having a go at me at half-time, and I had the sort of attitude, right, okay, I'll show him, and played well the second half. So then he quickly knew how I would respond to him losing his temper. That followed me for the next 20 years, so it was a big mistake early on.
Giggsy sometimes would have to do one thing wrong in a half. Half-time comes, he would hammer Giggsy. But that was to show the other players no one's exempt from getting hammered, and you better all fix up, because I'm coming for you at full time if you don't sort this out.
I remember sometimes when we do something bad or we lost some games, he kicked the chairs and he kicked the boots, he kicked everything, the waters, the drinks, and he's so red and you shoot past the ball. It's unbelievable, but it was good because we learned.
The great thing about the boss was that the next day it was forgotten, and you'd be walking towards him or approaching him the next day thinking, is he going to have a go at me? And he would just crack a joke, or he would talk about the next game.
I would lose my temper when we win. Now, the real reason for losing your temper is because of expectation. I could never visualise us losing a game. You know, by the time I'd picked my team, done the tactics, had my team talk, I was confident we'd always win a game. But, of course, you don't win every game, that's a fact. But when they dropped below their expectation, that annoyed me most, you know. Not unreasonable to say that, but I have to say this. We were scouting and trialing and coaching the best in the country. I'm sure of that.
We were obviously characters, and we were of the mindset that once we get in this team, we're not going out of it. We were lucky in the fact that we had a manager who was willing to give us a chance and was willing to gamble really on youth.
Well, you can't win anything without them. The secret was the development of their character. They feared nothing. So coming to the first team with me, it was a cakewalk for them. They just sailed through it, absolutely no problem. These young lads were old heads and young shoulders. We worked hard to get there. We worked hard, but yeah, with the right material.
The first time I played, I come on as a substitute, and yeah, I can remember the manager's last words: just go out and enjoy yourself. And you're thinking, what do you mean enjoy myself? I'm going out to play. I'm going out to play in front of 40-odd thousand, and I'm 17. I'll try and enjoy it, but I don't think I will. But no, he always said that, and like I say, instantly, you just felt relaxed. That's part of my management, and not putting too much pressure on me, but also knowing what I was capable of.
I think that the character building does apply itself that way. And there are some instances where players would come to me with personal problems, knowing it would never go out the door, knowing they could trust me to help them. And I was proud that players would trust me that way.
It was when my daddy was sick in London, and he was in hospital, very bad. Como é que se diz coma, Rick? In coma.
In a coma.
And I had a conversation with him, and I say, boss, I don't feel good. And we are in a key moment in the league, in the Champions League. But I said, I don't feel good. I wanna see my dad. Cristiano, you wanna go 1 day, 2 days, 1 week? You couldn't go. I'm gonna miss you. I miss you here because you know that you are important. But your daddy is in the first place. When he told me that, I feel like this guy is unbelievable. He was the father of football for me.
He knew what he had under his bonnet with Cristiano as well. He knew he had the potential to be a world star, best player on the planet. And he knew that there were certain aspects of his life that he needed to take care of and help him with. And I think you see that in the way Cristiano speaks about the manager now. Even all these years have gone by, he refers to him as his father in football, which is testament really to the way the manager dealt with him.
The only thing I ever worried about was the control of Manchester United. The control of the players, the dressing room, that is paramount to me. And I only worried if I ever lost that control.
He controlled everything, I think. The transfer policy, the decisions, the players' contracts, the staff. I think everything was in his hands. And I think it's a fantastic way to do it, especially if you are surrounded by good people. Because when you say you are in control, doesn't mean that you don't share.
And the one thing I did say to the staff player, remember one thing, your reputation is always in the line on Saturday. So the expectation is bigger for you. And you have to show you work as hard as all the rest of the players, because that really is a truly great player. And I said to them, these geese fly 4,000 miles to get better sun. All I'm asking you to do is play 38 games to win the league. I don't think I'm asking too much.
You smile inside because you say, he's still hungry, he still want to win, he's still motivated to win trophies, to go to the trainings with 62 years old, 63, 64, 65. You say he's still angry, still want more titles, he still want that team play good every weekend. So this is, for me, it was a surprise.
And that was a big thing at Man United. It was never about, oh, we've won, let's celebrate for days on end, months on end and really enjoy it. You never got the sense that we really enjoyed it as much as maybe should have. Now I've retired. I think if I did enjoy it too much, because I did quite like enjoying things, maybe I wouldn't have been able to climb the mountain again so soon and so consistently.
Well, I think consistency is, I think it probably sums me up. I think that in the 26 and a half years I was there, I never changed my conviction or my philosophy or my attitudes. That consistency created players who were consistent, the club were consistent, and that's what's made them the best club in the world, without question.
He could be the father confessor, the motivational speaker, the priest, the judge, the jury, the Lord High Executioner, the puppet master, and the inspirational figure, all in the course of one day.